Welcome to CruiseAway, the only show in Australia that you cannot afford to miss. If you love big holiday adventures, then we are the company that for over 2.5 decades have been working with the biggest names in cruise travel alongside airlines, hotel brands and tour operators, and cultivating the biggest value and best travel getaways anywhere in Oz. And today we're going to take you on a very different series of cruise journeys. In fact, less of a cruise and more of a luxury yacht charter feel sailing experience. A cruise where you can enjoy the intimacy of a smaller cruise crowd, where the standards are golden and the inclusions are plenty. Now this is an experience not to miss. The cruise line is Azamara Cruises, and they pride themselves on immersing in the destinations by staying longer, bringing the regions on board and offering exclusive and fascinating experiences. You will stay in those wonderful ports that you visit for even longer, and there's no waiting around for anything on board. We have 3 Azamara delicious treats coming up, and we'll be heading to the glittering Mediterranean, Europe, the Canary Islands, Greece and more. So let's embark on our first journey and explore the Greek islands and Turkey on a 15-night package for the 10th of October. Flying first from Sydney to Athens to enjoy a 3-night hotel stay. What a wonderful city, steeped in history and modernity and great food as well. Of course, you can climb the Acropolis and visit the Parthenon. Cooler temperatures at this time of the year as well, and fewer tourists, which is great, so you get to see more of the city and enjoy the wonderful Greek wines as well before you board Azamara Quest, and you will be on board for 10 nights. Now this is more inclusive cruising, so when you're on board there is just so much more for you to enjoy. But let's take a moment and have a look around the ship first, because you can see that first of all I want to tell you about the actual number of people cruising. Less than 800 passengers on board, and that's why it's got more of that yacht charter feel to it, because this ship could hold many more passengers. They deliberately keep the occupancy low so that you can enjoy more space, more freedom, more luxury, more attention as well, because there's a very, very high ratio of crew to passengers, so many more people to look after you when you're on board. And look at how wonderful the decor is. Everything is soft and squishy and wonderful and luxurious, and yet the atmosphere on board is very, very informal. This is about you enjoying the very, very best of your holiday experience. This is all geared to taking you to these amazing places, having you feel nice and relaxed and rested for when you go exploring. And in the evening, the range of different activities and entertainment is wonderful. Live music, there are games and shows that you can get involved in, very interactive kind of experiences that you can have. There's a wonderful spa on board that you will love. Now, right the way through your cruise, from the second that you step on board, your drinks are included, so select beers, wines and spirits included right the way through your cruise, which is wonderful. Your service charges, so your tips and your daily gratuity charges, there included. There's a wonderful self-service laundry that you can use as you want to on the ship, and they have these unique, wonderful cultural events on board called As Amazing Evenings. Now that will be where at a particular point through the cruise you'll go into a destination, and included in your fare, Azamara will take you to, it might be a place of historic interest, it might be a local cultural performance, it will be something that is exclusive, which I think is really wonderful, and that will be preceded by a really nice celebration kind of buffet before you go and do that as well, which is again bringing foods from the part of the world that you are in on board, which is incredible. The team on board really cannot look after you more. Nothing is any trouble. You're not waiting in lines. As I say, you're spending longer in the ports as well. Up to 80% of your cruise you'll actually spend in port, which is amazing. And because there are less people, it means less waiting to go and discover. So 10 nights out of the port for Athens we go. First to Paros in Greece. Whitewashed villages here and marble quarries. There's a guided walking tour through Pericles Rikia's old town here and the Church of 100 Doors you can go and visit, followed by a wine tasting, rather nice. To Mykonos next, one of the most popular Greek islands. You're there for an overnight, so 2 full days, which is great. You can take a trip here to Delos and see the iconic windmills, maybe enjoy a nice sunset cruise along the coast as well. You've got plenty of choices and plenty of time to indulge those choices while you're here as well. Then we cruise on to Rhodes, and this is where you have your exclusive Azamazing evening. Now, this is going to be a curated cultural celebration at a historic venue with live music, regional dancing, and incredible local hospitality and food, all included in the fare. A day at sea to Limassol in Cyprus. Now, there's a countryside tour here which you can take to the village of Omodos with a visit to the famous monastery here in Timios Stavros and a lovely taste of the local wines here too. Next, we're off to Turkey, to Alanya first. Now, this is famous for its cliffside castle and red tower. An excursion here will take you to the castle and the very famous Damlatus cave here, and you'll take a wonderful scenic drive along through to the beaches. And then from Alanya to Antalya in Turkey. Now, this is famous for Roman era architecture, and you can tour here to Aspendos, visit one of the most preserved ancient theatres in the world. We cruise on then to Kos, and this is famous for its healing springs there. And there's a tour to the ruins of Agora and a stroll through the tree-lined squares, which might be a nice way of spending that day. Of course, you can wander in these places as you want to. It's completely your choice. Heraklion is next, and this is very famous for the Panis of Knossos and the Cretan cuisine here. And there's a half-day tour which takes you to Knossos, and then again local tastings, olive oils and wines at a family-run estate, which might be nice to do. And you disembark back in Athens, and that is then where you will end this amazing experience and then fly back home to Australia. Honestly, you will be spoilt on an experience like this. It is something which is very, very different indeed. So here is where we are going, across the Greek islands and into Turkey as well. There's a couple of ports on there that you'll rarely see on other cruise itineraries, of course, because the ship is smaller. It can get into some ports which the larger cruise ships can't get into. And honestly, as soon as you arrive into those ports as well, there's no queuing, there's no waiting. You are straight off the ship and into the destinations as well. So what you have here really is a truly boutique cruising experience. It's almost like chartering the ship yourself. It really does feel like that. You've got that smaller passenger number on board. You've got more inclusions that you can just take for granted while you're on board. And in terms of the port, you get a really authentic flavour in that wider choice of destinations to enjoy. And you know what? Saying all of that, talking about how much longer you're in the port, how fewer people you're cruising with, you would expect that to be 2, 3, 4 times the price of a regular cruising experience. And given the fact that this includes so much, I just want to show you the price tag, because if you're thinking something that's wildly different to all the other cruise lines that you see out there, it really isn't. It really isn't, and it surprises a lot of people. Azamara are an incredible brand to go and cruise with. Their team on board are just superb. You will love it. It's a nice warm welcome. It's a nice relaxed atmosphere on board. It's very informal. It's all about you enjoying a quality experience. This is the ultimate in indulgent cruises as well. You can do as much or as little as you like. Longer to savour and enjoy and explore those ports. The most incredible cuisine while you're on board as well, freshly prepared by amazing chefs, and lovely activities with a dedicated and that friendly team on board. It really does make for a great atmosphere. Now, your trip includes your flights to and from Athens and a 3-night hotel city stay there before you take your cruise with Azamara, enjoying those fabulous Greek islands, including, and this is really, really important, that overnight in Mykonos is going to be great because you're there actually over 2 days. So you can see it by day and see it by night as well. And you have your included Azamazing evening experience in Rhodes as well, enjoying a flavour of local life, life with drinks included right the way through your cruise, your gratuity service charges, they're included, the fabulous dining and entertainment and activities that are on board, and just that feeling of space and time. You'll also cruise on to fascinating ports in Turkey as well, seen very seldomly, and end your cruise back in Athens for the flight back home to Oz. You will love this, and once you've cruised once with Azamara, you'll want to do it again and again and again. Here's an overview of everything that's included for you, and I think a lot of people will be watching this. If you know cruising and you know cruise pricing, if you compare side by side the price that you could pay for maybe taking an upgraded option with one of the other larger cruise ships and larger cruise lines, and then put it side by side the more kind of intimate and tailored experience that you get here, it is superb. The value for money here is amazing. And remember, to book this today, just a deposit, that's all we need. So call our team, toll free 1300 411 954. That's 1300 411 954, and our team will be there to answer any questions you have. Well, listen, I can't wait to take you back on board. So our next Azamara adventure is a 21-night getaway which explores the magical Canary Islands, Morocco and the Mediterranean all in one, with 2 delicious stays included. Now, your holiday starts on the 25th of May, where we'll fly you from Sydney to the island of 1,000 sides, Gran Canaria in the Canary Islands, sitting to the west of Africa. These are wonderful islands, and when you fly into Las Palmas, you will start by enjoying a 2-night hotel stay there, and across the island really you have just so many choices. You've got the wonderful golden sand dunes down at Mas Palomas, you've got incredible drives there, and there will be local tour experiences that you can enjoy as well. And then it is time for your more inclusive cruise with Azamara. This time we're on board the Azamara Onward. Fairly similar layout and style throughout the 4 ships that they have in the Azamara fleet, and they really do take you to some delicious places. Now, you see there when you look at the pool, those lounges, they are many and plenty, because remember, you've got a lot less people on board. It's around 700 passengers in the case of this ship. So again, you have that feeling like you're never thinking, I can't get a lounge, I need to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get myself a lounge space. You never need to do that. Remember, you have select drinks included right the way through your cruise as well, which is wonderful. Even things like specialty teas and coffees as well. There's a wonderful mosaic cafe in the centre of the ship, which is just near where the boutiques are that are on board. There is a really nice kind of social space where you meet your fellow passengers and you meet the most fascinating people on these cruises as well. I mean, people who have travelled, have wonderful stories to tell, come from all the way around the world, and you make wonderful new friends. And I love the fact there are activities that you can get involved with, even if that's you just taking yourself off to the games room that we saw there and doing a puzzle over your cruise. It's quite a nice way, you know, with the lovely sea view in the background, to just enjoy the very, very best of everything. You have got a couple of specialty dining restaurants on board for you to enjoy as well. It's a small extra cover charge if you want to do those. But to be honest with you, if you never go into a specialty dining restaurant, your dining on board is created by the vast team of incredibly experienced culinary experts, and they really do bring a flavour of the destinations on board in terms of all of the dining as well. So you are just going to have the most incredible treat all of the way through. Even when you're poolside and you just want to grab a hot dog or a burger, they will take the order and you will be as specific as you like, and they will freshly make it there in front of you as well, and you can help yourself to the soft serve as well. It's very, very yummy, I can tell you. I had a great time while I was on board. And you know what? The whole ship is so beautifully decorated. Your staterooms and your cabins are amazing. They really are. They have everything you need. And again, there's a nice, gentle, relaxed feel on board, because remember, the whole experience is geared to exploring the destinations and doing that and spending longer in those places. They are really incredible. So we are sailing out of Las Palmas in Gran Canaria across to Lanzarote, another one of the Canary Islands, and there's a volcanic landscapes tour here which includes Timon Fire National Park and a tasting of the Malvasia wine in La Garria, which is very, very nice indeed, well worth doing. Next we hop across to Agadir in Morocco. This is on the South Atlantic coast, and you can explore the city's Casbah here, the ruins and the souks before heading to a Berber village for tea and a lovely cultural immersion, all available on tours. Next we go into Casablanca, really nice here. There's a guided visit which can take you in to the Hassan II Mosque there and a walk through the Habous quarter. You can haggle in the souks, you can go shopping, amazing destination. Then we head across to the southern tip of Spain, which is Gibraltar. Now this is where your As Amazing evening will be as well, called Music Beneath the Rock in St Michael's Cave, which is full of stalactites, and you'll enjoy a candlelit concert from local musicians and choirs and orchestras. It'll be incredible. Then we cruise on to Malaga, not too far away in southern Spain there, and there's a full day tour that you could choose to take here to Granada and the Alhambra Palace, which I've been to before and I can tell you is the most stunning visit. Next we head on up the coast of Spain to Almeria, and you can take scenic drives here through Europe's only true desert, actually, the Tabernas Desert, and you can visit the famous Alcazaba fortress as well, which again is well worth seeing. A day at sea, and we're across into France now, into Marseille. This is Provence, the region in France, which is very famous for its wine, of course. You can visit wineries here. Again, you've got lots and lots of different choices and activities with different levels of difficulty as well. Some are walking tours, some are to see attractions. In Saint-Tropez, for instance, you could take a nice driving tour maybe, or stay in the town itself and explore the local boutiques with a guide too. Next we head to Villefranche. Now this is the Côte d'Azur in France, so it's near Nice and it's near Monaco as well. So maybe you fancy heading to the Monte Carlo casino here, or again just taking a nice glamorous coastal drive on a tour. Many, many different options indeed. Across to Italy next, and we're in Livorno. This is your gateway into the wonders of Florence and Pisa. Of course, you can get to see the Leaning Tower and have that famous picture taken and see the Uffizi in Florence. Again, full of attractions. Next to probably one of the highlight ports in this cruise, this is Civitavecchia, of course, the port to go and explore Rome. And because you're with Azamara, you've got a longer day in port to see more of those top sites in the city, and you will have the greatest of times. A day at sea, and then we arrive into Barcelona, and that's where we disembark. But we're staying in Barcelona. We've got you a 2-night hotel stay in Barcelona to enjoy, and that's a glorious city. It's always a treasured stay there. There's always so much going on, cultural icons, the lovely cafe culture, the myriad of different streets to go and explore, the beach. The choices are endless. And then of course we will fly you home to Oz. So I mean, if you look at the most incredible array of different ports that you are going to there, and just how long you get to enjoy them as well. This is wonderful, and this really is the best way to see this part of the world. Spending longer in each place, enjoying more on board, that's what a holiday like this is all about. And honestly, I would say grab it as quickly as you possibly can. Our price tag for this one, this is a 3-week getaway in all, remember, as well, is superb. This is a bit like turning left when you go on a plane. It's such an invigorating experience. It's such a wonderful holiday package, this. It's been so well tailored by our team here at CruiseAway to make the most again of your travel time. So it includes the flight from Sydney over to Gran Canaria in the Canary Islands for your 2-night hotel stay there, and then your dreamy 2 weeks of that more inclusive cruising on board Azamara onwards to enjoy Morocco and Spain and Italy and so much more. And included, of course, you've got that wonderful As Amazing evening inside the Rock of Gibraltar. Your cruise includes a drinks package, your gratuity service charges, the wonderful service on board, those personal touches, the nice surprises, that small ship luxury with fewer people on board enjoying more. It's an experience that you'll definitely want to repeat again and again. Your cruise ends in Barcelona, you have a 2-night hotel stay there, and of course your flight then home to Oz. Here is everything that's included for you. Plus indeed your opportunities to upgrade if you you want to as well. Maybe you want to treat yourself to a sweet. Maybe it's a big celebration or a big occasion that you are enjoying, and you absolutely can on an opportunity like this. If you've got any questions, please call us toll free 1300 411 954. Our team are incredible and their cruise knowledge is incredible as well. So take advantage of that and it won't cost you a cent. 1300 411 954. Right then, our final wonderful Azamara cruise and stay adventures take us back to the Mediterranean, but sooner. This time, 17 dreamy nights start on the 27th of March. That's not far away at all, as we fly you from Sydney to the charming and beautiful capital of Portugal, Lisbon. And before we cruise, we have a 2-night hotel stay in the city here to enjoy. Well, honestly, there's so much to tell you about Lisbon. It's an incredible city. Nearby, you've got the wonderful Cascais, but in the city itself, it's so walkable and so many big attractions. I would recommend the Oceanarium and the fabulous seafood restaurants to enjoy there. And then it's time to join Azamara Journey, and we are going to enjoy 10 nights of cruising this time. And let me tell you about just what a treat Azamara is as a cruising experience, because you know, actually, maybe you've not heard previously of Azamara or this kind of more inclusive cruise experience. They really are amazing. As I said before, it's smaller ship, smaller passenger number, which is great. You just get to enjoy more. It feels a lot more like the holiday is built around you rather than you're following the crowd. Having longer in every single port really is incredible, because a lot of us go on a cruise journey because we've decided we love the destinations, and so you want plenty of time to go and explore those. You know, even if you just want to go and wander in one of the ports, you literally just want to wander into the town and have a little look around, have a shop, whatever it might be. They'll have port shuttles ready for you as soon as you dock early in the morning. You can get on one of those provided port shuttles where they're needed and go straight into that town or that city, that place, and enjoy. And when you get back home, I say back home because Azamara does feel like home when you get back on board. When you get home of an evening, it's so relaxed. You have so many different choices. You can just sit and read a book somewhere nice and quiet. You can enjoy the live entertainment. You can get involved in live quizzes and game shows and things like that. You just have the best of everything. And when it comes to food, honestly, it is incredible. The calibre of the food on board and the dining is spectacular. As I say, you do have a couple of specialty dining options if you want to. There's a lovely steakhouse and a lovely Italian that you can enjoy for a very small extra cover charge too. So heading out of Lisbon for 10 nights, we start by heading to Seville in Spain, and we have a double overnight here, which means that essentially you're across 3 days here in Seville, and so you can see it by day and see it by night. There are full day excursions there that will take you to all of the hotspots like the Alcazar, the Cathedral, Santa Cruz district. There is so much. Next, you head into, not far away from Seville actually, Cadiz, and Cadiz in itself is wonderful, full of wonderful history. The Roman theatre there is a very big draw. They always are, because they are spectacular. Then we cruise on to Gibraltar. Just the most charming little place to explore. You can take the cable car up the famous rock and visit the macaques. You could shop for bargains on Main Street or enjoy the glamour of Ocean Village, where there's the cruise ship hotel there. Next we go on to Malaga. And this is where you'll enjoy your as amazing evening, actually, called Glamour Through the Ages. Now, it'll be in a historic setting off the ship, and you'll enjoy authentic dances and costumes and food. It'll be amazing. Next, we cruise on to Cartagena in Spain on the southeastern coast there. Again, Roman heritage, the Punic Wall, the Roman theatre, the Concepcion Castle here is very popular as well. So again, heaps of choices when it comes to exploring. Alicante next on the Costa Blanca, and you can tour up to famous Santa Barbara Castle here, or just wander along the amazing esplanade in the sunshine, full of palm trees, and just take in the views. To Valencia now, another big tourist city, a wonderful place to go and enjoy. The City of Arts and Sciences is here. There's a tour here. which also combines a paella cooking demonstration, if you fancy it, in Albufeira, which is nearby. Now we cruise into Barcelona, and that's the end of the cruise, but not the end of the holiday. We're staying here for 2 nights in a hotel with your wonderful Spanish breakfast included as well. And there's so much to enjoy here, day and night. You've got the daytime entertainment in Las Ramblas with live performances and a whole range of shows and restaurants and nighttime entertainment in the city as well, before you then fly home to Australia. Tell you what, this is really, really lovely. And the pace of this, I'm going through it very, very quickly, but the pace of this is so relaxed. And this is the loveliest time to visit this region as well. You've got nice spring days, there's less tourists around. Combine that with the personal nature of the Azamara cruise, and for me, this is an absolute winner of a holiday. And it really is a luxury affair, but it does not come with that gold-plated price tag, because look at what we've got here. And this includes all of the travel as well. We really have included so much. You are enjoying the best of everything. The best in our 25 plus years of travel know-how when it comes to making all of the arrangements, and the most incredible and inclusive cruise experience. Now the flights are included, first to Lisbon in Portugal to have that 2-night hotel stay there. Then your 10 nights of the small ship luxury on board Azamara journey, where the service levels are exceptional, way up there. You're traveling with less people, visiting ports for longer, and there is so much more included. Your drinks, your service charges, special events and celebrations, fabulous dining, great entertainers and activities, just more of everything as you go and cruise through Spain's many and varied cities, including that double overnight in Seville, and you're going to love it. And then you visit Gibraltar and Valencia and so much more, ending in Barcelona with that 2-night hotel stay, and of course your flight home to Oz. Here's everything that's included for you. And I would love to come on this holiday with you. I have to say, having been on board Azamara, as you saw me wandering around the ship before, I had a real sense that this is a holiday that you can truly enjoy and truly appreciate. It's a little more low-key, which is great actually, because it's still very lively. I mean, there's lots of music and things to really get you laughing and singing and dancing in the evening. But you know what this is all about? The quality of the experience and the quality of the time that you spend in the destinations as well. That is what Azamara do so well. And just thinking about the kind of places we've seen right the way across this show, actually, you don't need to have researched the places that you're going to, because there are onboard presentations, there are shore excursions to choose from, which are longer and deeper than traditional cruise shore excursions as well. Everything about Azamara is all about you, and you'll get a real feeling of the part of the world that you're actually in when you're on board. There's flavours that come on board as well, and the team on board will just look after you like you wouldn't believe, honestly, with all those wonderful inclusions to enjoy. It's one of those experiences that maybe you've taken lots of cruises over the years, but you've not yet kind of taken the plunge for that little bit more immersive experience. Maybe you've always cruised with the larger cruise lines on the larger ships with thousands of people where you've joined the queue. Well, this, you won't see a queue. It's all about knowing what you're getting as well, actually. Knowing what to expect when you're on board, and the welcome will be so much more than I've described, and so much more than you've just seen on your screens as well. Remember, if you have any questions whatsoever, and we have every single Azamara cruises sailing that there is around the world as well, you'll find them on our website at cruiseaway.com.au, and you can call our team on this number here, 1300 411 954, anytime, 7 days a week, and they will be there to share their wonderful knowledge and to unlock the great savings, because that's what we're all about as well. Listen, thank you so much for your company. Make sure you seek out the rest of our shows as well. They're on our YouTube channel. Just search for CruiseAway Australia and you will always find exciting holiday plans there. Thanks for your company. See you very soon, I hope.